Much love. Welcome to another EBX discussion. And salute. And I know you're doing great because you're alive and breathing. And I say thank you to my soldiers and soldierettes all across the land that's doing righteous things and trying to see good things in this world. That's why I always give honor to my ancestors. I give honor to my family, your family, and those that have transitioned in mine and yours. May they rest in peace and in power. And I honor thy mother and I honor thy father. Honor thy brother and I honor thy sister. Because amongst all the riffraff, there are those within my family and outside my family that has helped a brother. And I always keep that in my spirit and put it in our spirit, so it can keep us strong and remembering the great things of life amongst all this crazy crap going on out here. So that's why it's good to go within, get in those solitude moments, like I say, not for a long time, but enough to charge up and keep ourselves sane so we can stay strong out here. And stay strong for what? So we can help one another. Real talk. Because brothers and sisters, we are so much more powerful than we know. Way much more powerful. And again, you say, how do you know this, EBX? Because all you got to do, what's that one great thing that always keep us pushing and keep us moving? A little bit of reflection. Think of those great moments, not the bad ones now. We talking about the good things, because that's what keep us moving. So that's why it's kind of good sometimes to go into that reflection bag and pull out those powerful things that you have done in the past that got you to where you are now. So that's how we know that we are so much more powerful than we are. A lot of us, some of us know we have that power, and I'm talking about those that aren't accountable for their behavior or actions. You know, a lot of them have powers. Sometimes we come into weird things in this world that we don't understand, and if we're not in tune with ourselves and we haven't studied or maybe have learned from someone that has challenged in this weird spiritual realm, and if you really don't know much about the spiritual realm and haven't studied it and it sounds weird to you, you'll react to certain things and certain things you won't understand. And it's the only way you will be able to, and a lot of us already know this, the only way to really truly see things clearly in this world is what I always say and what us all of us teachers always say. We got to take a glorious walk within, because that's the only way you'll see. Get into the thick of the matter, the root, the bottom, the pit, like we do in life when we bottom out. I don't know, it's for some strange reason, and this is not nothing new. Like I say, a lot of us have been at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak. And some learn from it and some don't. And a lot of us have been in a low point in our lives, but when we got a hold of that power, and once we got confident and we said we're not going to go backwards, got to go forward, And sometimes you might have to go back some to extract them needed tools, like I always say, from that past. But we have to meditate on the present and the future. Can't let that past blind us, And it's a great thing when you're able to do that. And I'll explain and tell some ways to do that. Number one, out the gate, is stay true to oneself and stay within. Number two, out the gate, you already know what I'm going to say. You got to talk to that higher power on the regular. And it's three forces once you come in tune with it. But you have to be willing to be extraordinary. You have to be willing to go into that unknown, because that's the only way you're going to find that true power in yourself. You can find it from some things on the outside, but those things on the outside will bring you power because you're giving power. If you don't know exuding a word, but when you're putting out great, when I say power, I mean righteous power, not power over someone or trying to control someone. Using the power that great creator give us to abuse person, place, or thing or situation. No, you become one with that newfound power. For those of us that experience those, when I say power, I don't want to make it sound like a superhero or we can do, we can leap over a car. Well, some have, you check the Guinness Book of World Records, you might find some amazing things. So, but I'm just saying that power within, where you're able to deal with any situation as it comes, and you don't let fear seek into your system, and you're able to deflect stress at all costs. That's powerful, and it's not easy to do this. It takes years. Sometimes it might take almost a lifetime, but when you get there, you will know, and that higher power will show up and show out in your life. But like I say, you have to be willing to go deep. You have to be willing to go into that unknown and study different things, and don't just be stuck in the old traditional ways of thinking. I seen a clip of Mike Tyson talking, and Mike Tyson is deep. Man, Mike Tyson is one deep brother. That's one person. He's definitely a teacher. Every time I hear Mike Tyson talk, I get something from him. And I seen one of those short clips when he said about you believe a certain thing your whole life, and you come to your truth and you find out everything that you ever thought you knew was a lie. That's when you reach that point. That's when you'll start developing your power. That's when and a lot of us have come to this point that's speaking this truth out here. Salute my soldiers and soldierettes. Salute. When you find things like that out, and you know that things that you have been believing your whole life and find out it's a lie. It's a lie. That's the fork in the road. That's when those choices that have to be made. Are you going to go with the truth, or are you going to stay comfortable and just sit back? And especially if you're able to do something, because everybody's not able, to stand up for certain things, because everybody got different situations going on in their life. But if you're able to do something, whether it's helping in family, youth, whatever it is, speaking, that energy will get out. Because, again, I'll say, what you put out, what you get back. You'll hear that from time to time. Me and many other teachers. Sometimes that need to be heard. But again, I go back, like I said, when you find out everything that you ever knew was a lie, that's when you'll develop your power. If you accept that truth and take things for what it is. Because nothing worth doing sometimes isn't easy, because that greater, higher force, I've said this before, holds us to a high standard. So that's why we go through some hurdles in life. That's why some things are difficult, maybe some more challenging than others' lives. Some easy, some not so easy, because everybody's situation is different. And that's the one beautiful thing about coming to that truth and accepting humility, your mistakes, being accountable. We have to always say we are all leaders. I want to get rid of this following crap. I want to change this social media narrative. We are leaders. We are not followers. We all have creative minds, so because I've talked to some people online. I have never met some of them, but conversed with some, in some channels and the comments and stuff. And there's some really cool people in some of these chat rooms and in these comments. That's real talk. I always got to reiterate that. They are people too. They are more than just people just typing and, putting. Some of these people are very intelligent, because I have connected with some. I always got to kind of throw that in there. And a lot of them, as well as a lot of us brothers and sisters, have reached their truth also, and very powerful. And a lot of them know their power. So once you know that power, once you feel that, because when you know, that higher power will let you know. And just a little side note, I want to talk about dreams. I always tell people to Google your dreams. If you want to understand your dreams, if you want to be able to anticipate things, you want to amplify your instincts, Google your dreams. You'd be surprised. And That will help with overstanding one's power. You Google your dreams. So and just like I said, a lot of people will hear that and like Google your dreams. They'll think stuff like that is weird and wonder why. Not everybody now, and some individuals wonder why they're stuck in a certain place mentally. Our minds can go. The mind is a beautiful thing when you can expand it, but you gotta go there. So again, when you reach that truth, and a lot of us have, and I'm sure most of brothers and sisters that listen to me, they either on that walk or been on that walk. Because like I've always said, when you keep yourself in a righteous, positive space, that's what you'll connect yourself to via family or or brothers and sisters we come in contact with. That's the kind of energy we got to put out as we pay attention to the important things of life. Because I've never, and one of them brothers that'll make want people to think like we're on a cloud. And no, never be like you don't know. You always got to stay efficient and firm. That's why I always say soldiers and soldierettes always got to be aware and stay on point, especially in these times. That's why I'm saying we are so much more powerful than we know. I just want us to know this. We need to give ourselves a little bit more credit, because we'll give off that much more energy to those before us. And those before us are powerful also, and leaders. Like I said, we need to get rid of this following crap. Let's change this social media narrative. Let's take it to a whole nother level. Salute all my brothers and sisters, my family, those I come in contact with, those I care about, those that care about me. That's why I do this. And I wanted to bring up, I'll be volunteering at my son's school. I'm starting Monday. And I did mention on the last podcast, actually had something in the banner showing I got from the school. But I was gonna show that I filled out a form for it, but I already filled it out, turned it in. But hopefully, if they let me videotape it, just to kind of see the sessions and see me, helping the teacher and stuff like that. Just kind of, show a little motivation to other mothers and fathers, So, like I said, I'm gonna get more spiritually active with my son, as well as any other youth I come in contact with. That's what we got to do, brothers and sisters. I said on the last podcast, we got to become spiritually involved with our youth. Real talk. So I ain't gonna talk on that too much, because I talked about it on another podcast. If you like, you're more than welcome to check it out. Non-profit, all motivation, education, uplifting, and inspiration. That's what I'm all about. Through real life experiences. Always ready to teach, because there were those that taught me via in my family and outside my family. And I say, my brothers and sisters, know your true power. I see it. It's really traumatic when you see the power in the individual, but they don't see it in themselves. So I'm here to say to all my brothers and sisters, those that might having a little bit of a struggle, you are powerful. Just think back to all the great things that's happened to you that got you to where you are. And that's how you know. That's how all of us know that we are so much more powerful than we know. Real talk. And that's coming from the heart. That's coming from EBXCARES. All day, every day. The curse breaker. So know your true power. Keep getting stronger. Never get too comfortable. Look for ways to get even more powerful. Because that higher power will be right there with us. And that's the great creator, Mother Nature, and the universe. And I call down that protection from our great creator, for ourselves, from ourselves, so we don't become our own worst enemy. And that's my positive thought. That's my real thought. And I give honor to my family, your family, to my children, their mothers, to my brothers and sisters, soldiers and soldierettes. Salute all over the world. May you have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. 1.